What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude Podcast.
Damn, dude.
This is Season 2, Episode 31, and this is the place where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
We're here to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on life and the way that we think and feel and interpret. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I see it, when we can talk about shit that's real and universal and timeless, universal in the sense that we're all humans, you know what I'm saying? And we all relate to fucking life and we're all in the same life, but we live different lives. You know what I'm saying? So we fucking bring out the good shit we need to talk about and the real shit that we need to talk about in order to enjoy this as much as possible, because why the fuck would we choose not to? You know what I'm saying? And on this show, this is a family, yo. We talk about some crazy fucking deep shit. So with that being said, welcome to the family. This is a safe place to fucking think about shit, to feel shit, and to, you know what I'm saying, just have a fucking moment for yourself. You dig? So, welcome everybody. Like I said, this is Season 2, Episode 31. I'm your host, California Cal. I'm not one of those Californians, but I do represent and I do embody like the cool part of California, I like to believe. You know what I'm saying? Like the surfing, fucking smoking some good weed, enjoying some bomb-ass Mexican food, fucking riding motorcycles. You know what I'm saying? Like just living the life of what San Diego's supposed to be lived like. You know what I mean? Exploring, doing all sorts of cool shit like that. So, couple things. On this episode, this is ultimately going to be about, I've been having some trippy conversations. People have just been like literally walking up to me and just like expressing themselves lately. And I'm like, whoa, like, okay, cool, bro. Like, fuck. People are just telling me like all this crazy real ass shit just kind of out of nowhere. Like, for example, I was in the gym the other day, or I was in the sauna, and this dude comes up and he's like, man, you know, like, ain't it a trip how your parents, this and that? And he just starts going deep. And I was like, yo, like, word, like, damn, bro, like, yeah, man, like, and it was funny because by the end he's just like, oh, like, thank you, bro. And I was just like, I didn't say, like, I said maybe like 2 words the whole conversation, but and I'm gonna get into that a little bit, but things like that have been happening with other people too, and I'm gonna also talk about this really powerful conversation I had with this kid in the pool who I've seen before. I met him before. This kid's cool as fuck. He's smart as this kid's so smart. Excuse me. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. This kid taught me some crazy shit too. Well, we taught each other some crazy shit, so I think that's pretty sick. Just some random kid. His name was Wyatt. So what up, Wyatt? If you tune into this, bro, you were cool, absolutely cool. I'm gonna talk about you a little bit in this show. So leading by example and some of the effects of leading by example. So special shout out to my mom and my cousin Connie, because we're going to get into it. So yeah, we're going to tap into that a little bit later. First things first. Whoa, sorry. We bang shit around. So you guys know I like to share some cool shit with you guys. I like to lace you guys up. This is probably my latest favorite song. I'm going to show you guys just a snippet of it, and I'll let you guys go look it up yourself because I don't know how much I'm like legally allowed to play here. Yeah, I mean, but whoa, hold on. Oh man, did I mess it up? I kind of did. Okay. All right, so yeah, like I said, I'm going to just play you guys a little. Somebody's doing burnouts. I'm gonna play you guys a little snippet. This song is so hype. It goes in and you can feel it in like a second or two as to why this is my current favorite song. Woo!
Damn, dude.
Yeah. Dude, I need to make it a point to share. Okay, I'm gonna share. I'm writing this down right now. I'm gonna hold on. Okay, so I want you guys to do some just a little homework. It's not nothing bad. It's actually pretty fucking fun and will enhance your life. So what I want you guys right now to go do is, well, actually, listen to this podcast episode, leave a 5-star written review, and then go and check out the song. It's by Grupo G, Grupo, and then the letter G. The song is called La Inconforme. La, and then space. The next word is Inconforme. Yo.
Damn, dude.
That's the song that I just played, that little snippet. It goes so hard. I have no idea what they're saying. As I've been kind of listening to it more, I'll catch little words and I'm like, oh, or like I'll catch little words or phrases and I'll be like, oh, like he's just saying he had a big mouth or this or that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I haven't looked into it too far. I've just been fucking vibing off how fun the song is. So next week, I want you guys to go peep that song and then let me know what you think. Hit me up on fucking Instagram or on the reviews or whatever and let me know how fucking sick you think that song is. And then secondly, or if you don't think it's sick at all, but if you don't think that song is sick, then something's wrong with you. You're sick. Then next week, I'm going to give you guys another song, one of my other old favorite Mexican songs where, yo, this is so funny because there was this point in time where I was bumping this song so much, and the way that I they typically look, like I don't look like I would be listening to this type of music at all, and people would randomly fucking like, what the fuck, like just look at me like, bro, like I don't know, it's just weird. I would get weird reactions. But I'm gonna share with you another legendary fucking song that's like, you kind of got to be in the know to know it, you know what I mean? Well, as far as like not being a Mexican from Mexico, so I feel ultra cool to know that shit. And I hope you guys do now too. So go peep that song. It goes hard. Go like it. Go tell him California Cal from Damn Dude Podcast sent you there to like the video. Or comment on it or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because, dude, the reason I encourage that is because for one, it helps people get paid. It helps people feed their kids. It helps people feed their family. It helps people pay their bills. For me, it doesn't necessarily, but it helps me get to the point where it can help me that way, in the way that I want it to. So I think that would be fucking cool as shit, right? Like, who wouldn't want that? So yeah. One other thing I'm going to share with you guys, which I think is dope, that I absolutely cannot get enough of, is I found this YouTube channel, this dude named Mo Sargi. What up, Mo Sargi? I would love to fucking talk to this dude or fucking go on one of his adventures or whatever. I don't even know. Dude's out in Dominican Republic, and this dude is badass. This is the coolest fucking YouTube video I've found since fucking North Korean basketball, basically. Like, no, this is like actually like way fucking cool. He goes and explores old abandoned mansions or resorts and runs into some crazy fucking people and crazy shit. Like one time there's this fucking goat in the fucking top story of this mansion, and it's just in the middle of the night, and like you have to go see it for yourself. Go check out Mo Sargi on YouTube. Moesa. Mo, the word, his name's Mo, last name Sargi, Sargi. Dude is something fucking else, man. I'm telling you. It's the most exciting shit I've seen on a fucking screen in years, dude. Easily. So go check him out. That's a free shout out for him. If anybody knows him, please put us in contact, because that guy's fucking awesome. So let's really get into this shit. Excuse me. So I hope you guys are having a dope day so far. I don't know where it's weird. The people that I know who listen to this show, they all listen to it in different ways. Some people listen to it at work. Some people listen to it in their earbuds. Some people listen to it into their car and their speakers while they're driving. Some people listen to it through like their TV, or they want to watch it on TV, or on their computer in the background while they're working. Or some people like to listen to the show while exercising. I think there's something magical for me personally about exercising and listening to a podcast. Like, something happens to where I just feel like I'm absorbing all this information, all this shit way like deeper, or I don't know, dude. Like, it just hits different. There's something about, and then plus too, like in general, there's long and short form podcasts. Short form is 30 minutes and less. Long form is, I guess, 30 minutes and more. Well, more, basically like 45 minutes to an hour and up would be considered long form. And a lot of podcasts are like 45 minutes to an hour that I listen to. So for me, that's like the perfect run time. Like, I'm trying to run for like an hour or 45 minutes every time I work out or every time I go for a run. So to me, it's the exact perfect, like, it's so perfect. So I think that's really cool. So yeah, so appreciate you guys listening to wherever you listen from. So this dude who walks into the sauna, he's just like, yeah, man, ain't it a trip how, like I said, he just starts talking. I was reading a book and then he just like looked at me and I made eye contact with him just to acknowledge, his presence when he walked in. So I glanced up at him and he's like, oh, hey, man, what's up, man? I was like, hey, what up? How's it going? He's like, good, blah, blah, blah. And then he just starts going. This guy was pretty cool. And he was like, I don't want to say older. Like, he was like a youthful type of dude, but he was probably in his like 40s, late 40s, maybe. No, dude, no. This dude's probably in his 50s. But he's like a young, people in their 50s now are still like young people, kind of. You could just tell they got the experience in them, or in the years, So he was basically just starts talking about like, dude, he was like, man, ain't it a trip how like it could be with your parents or older family members or whatever, like they just refuse to see you as the newest version of who you are, or like the current version of who you are. And I was like, yeah, man, like for sure, bro. And he's like, I got this brand new car and I was so excited, and I was coming over to my parents' house. He's like, I was going to spend the night there. It's just good to do. My parents are old. I'm old. Like, I'm getting older. Like, it's just a good thing to go and experience that every now and then. I was like, I never thought of that. That's a good point. Like, yeah, it's like, the experience of going and sleeping in your parents' house, like that's good for you. And I was like, oh, like, that's weird. I never really thought of that. Like, that's a trip, like to go back as an adult and be like, I want to spend that at my parents' house. Like, even if they live in the same town or something, like, yeah, and I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. But anyways, he's like, and it's like, even if you come with all your, how do you say it? Like all your oats sowed, all your ducks in a row, right? You can come with all your ducks in a row and done so much good things, and they'll still find ways to pick it apart. He's like, so I got this brand new car and I'm so excited to go show my parents, like, look, like, can you believe this type of thing? And he said, so I got to my parents' house and they were sleeping when I got there. So I went in, I just ate some food, and then I went and passed out, and I figured, hey, I'll show them in the morning. So he says, morning time comes, my dad looks out and he's like, whoa, like, whose car is that? That's a nice car. Like, whose is that? So he comes out and he's like, yeah, man. He's like, Dad, look, this is my new car. Like, what do you think? I've been working so hard for this, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, and my dad's just like, oh, well, electric, that's no good. Like, what if there's an emergency, or what if there's no electricity? And he's like, well, like, that's not why I bought the car. It's for if there's no electricity. He's like, no, but he's like, and it has autopilot, self-driving. Oh, self-driving's no good. And he's like, and so basically his point was like, he's like, yeah, so like, no matter how technologically advanced or how cool something could be or how hard I've worked for something. He just tries to pick it apart. And I was like, and he was like, he's got to find something to nag about it, you know? And I was just like, damn, like, I was like, I can, you know, I was like, I can relate to that in my own version, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't really get to say anything because the dude, he just felt like it was a safe space and just keep fucking talking. So I was like, all right, cool, you know? And he's just telling me the whole story of how his mom and his dad are like, oh, but that's no good. But self-driving, oh, that's dangerous, you know? Like, what if an accident, blah, blah, blah. He's like, Dad, like, driving a car, you can get an accident anyway. Like, oh, like, well, you know, oh, tinted windows, that's no good. Like, oh, this door handle. And then eventually he's like, yeah, I got a Tesla. So, you know, that's like my dad's just in there picking everything apart. But when he first saw it and it wasn't factual that it was mine, it was like, oh, that's a nice car outside. And then it turned into, oh, well, that's dangerous. It's self-drives. Why would you want that? And it turned into, oh, like, well, that color, that gets dirty easy. Oh, like these door handles, what if your battery dies? You can't get in your car. And it's just like he's just like picking holes in the whole thing, right? What I wanted to tell the guy, but he ended up just piecing out before I could say anything. He was just like, yeah. He just said all this stuff, unloaded it all. And I was like, yeah, you know, thanks, man. And then he just dipped out. So I was like, oh, shit. But what I wanted to say, or what I started thinking about, though, because that made me start thinking a lot, you know? And I'm like, all right, like, dude, what I think is that's just your dad's way of trying to, like, you know, your dad or your mom or your parents' way of trying to show you love. Like, them being concerned about your safety equals them picking holes in whatever the fuck it is you're presenting, you know, them seemingly shitting on it is because that's their way of loving you. Like, they don't have any control over you anymore. You've gone and succeeded past everything that they could have envisioned, or you succeeded differently than they wanted or they envisioned. So for them, all they could do is pick out the little things to warn you about what could potentially happen with the plan that you chose, and that is their version of showing you love.
Damn, dude.
Right? Damn. So that, you know, that's what I wanted to tell the dude, but I'm like, oh, fuck. Like I said, he pieced out. So I'm just like, dude, that was a cool story though, you know? So then by the end of it, I caught him again, like, cause like we're in the gym locker room, you know what I'm saying? So like you're going, I wasn't keeping track of this guy, but he's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're going from you're going in and out from like, there's like the changing, the locker room area, then there's the sink area, then on the other side of the wall, there's like the bathroom area and the scale area. And then in this other side, there's the showers and then there's the sauna. So it's like you're going between like, you know, there's kind of like a little like maze in there. So, well, not really a maze, but it's just kind of like, you know, the branches off different ways. So I didn't see the dude for a while. And then after I showered and all that, I came back and the dude's in the sink area right as I'm leaving. And I was like, hey, bro. I was like, congratulations on your car, man. That's really cool, bro. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, and after all, he's like, oh, yeah, it's a Tesla. It's a plaid model. I was like, damn. He's like, dude, it's fast. I was like, bro, I can imagine, dude. Like, I was like, I've been in a Tesla, you know, so the Plaid, I can only imagine. He's like, yeah, man, it's so amazing. I'm like, well, dude, enjoy, man. Sounds like you deserve it and you work hard for it, bro. I was like, have a good day, man. And I peaced out. And I was like, you know, I felt like at least just congratulating him, like he was able to feel acknowledged, you know? Because in this day and age, you buy a new car and somebody's like, oh, you didn't get the one with the fucking premium seats, or you didn't get the this or that. It's easy to do that, you know, because you're speculating. It wasn't your money that you spent. You know, so it's easy. Oh, you got the one with that tire, with those rims, those tires. You got the one with that color. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are always like on some of that type of shit. So rather than being like, what? Like, congratulations, like seeing how cool that is for the person, you know, people just start picking shit apart. And in this weird hater ass way, that's how they think that they're showing care, because they don't know how else to comment on it. You know, a lot of times, like, they couldn't fathom how you did that. So they don't know what else to say other than what's wrong with it, because that's how they analyze their own life. Oh, well, this is what's wrong with me. This is what's wrong with my work. This is what's wrong with my boss. This is what's wrong with my partner. This is what's wrong with my whatever the fuck, right? those types of people are just going to be those types of people. You know what I mean? The people who are just looking for what's wrong are only going to continue to find what's wrong. The people who are looking for fights are just going to only continue to keep finding fights. The people who participate in drama, whether they say they like it or are interested in it or not, the people who continuously bring it, arouse it, spark it, bring it out of other people, whatever, that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's something to be aware of, because we show up to every single fight we've ever been in. You know what I'm saying? We show up to every disagreement and argument that's ever taken place. So if we want to change that, we can't necessarily change people, but we can change the conversations and the energy that we exert. You know, I remember there was times where there was like, I remember like a specific couple people who every time I would see them, the conversation would just turn into this like trying to disprove the entire conversation rather than having a conversation. Like I could be like, oh man, like, dude, my coffee's the perfect temperature. Oh, you got coffee? Dude, you know coffee's not good for you. And you know, what is the perfect temperature anyway? It's like, oh, and then I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, I'm just trying, I don't know. To me, the perfect temperature is when it's warm enough for me to drink and I can taste all the different flavors and it feels good. It doesn't burn myself and it's not too cold. Like, that's the perfect temperature. And I'm enjoying my coffee because I'm enjoying my fucking coffee. Yeah, but this and that. And it's like, I realized just even sitting there was just such this back and forth and this back and forth and this back and forth. And by the end of it, there was no actual conversation took place. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing actually got said or understood other than you just debated me about something that didn't really need debating or make any fucking sense, you know? So I realized, all right, let's just kind of reallocate this energy somewhere else. So, you know what I mean? It's like, I understand that you're going to do that. That doesn't mean I'm going to hold that on you forever, because if you stop doing that or you start listening more, or you start engaging in the conversation deeper, I'll allow that. You know, I'm not going to keep a block on this person to say, oh, this person's only going to debate with me, because that's me picking a fight now. You know what I'm saying? If the context has shifted from, oh, we're going to fight, and you say that before you even see the person, you are starting the fight. Even if in the past it was them, if that's your context now, you're starting the fight. You're bringing the fight to the table, because now it goes, am I going to have to defend myself? That's what it puts the other person in the position of. And that's what and then all of a sudden that once it goes back and forth, being in the position of defending yourself very often transforms into being in the position of attacking. You know what I'm saying? So if you're defending at some point, if you're causing somebody to have to defend themselves, or you're having to defend themselves, yourself, at some point you're going to attack back, or they're going to attack back, or attack first. However, you know what I'm saying? But you can only put somebody, and somebody can only be in the defense mode for so long before they attack. And whatever that attack may be, that could be different. That could mean for fucking relationships, you know, jealousy, fucking unresolved issues in relationships, unspoken conversations, things like that, you know, snap back, like somebody goes and fucking acts irrationally, or fucking dips out on some vacation and doesn't say anything, or fucking, you know, goes and has an affair, or goes in like, you know, goes on a drunken rampage, like whatever. So it's a trip, because when we understand that people react certain ways and stuff, it's good to be aware of that, but not hold on and attach and create that as the person who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because then that makes us the bad guys, so to say. So when we have people who are just going to be shitty about certain things, that's often their way of caring and loving, because that's the degree that they love themselves. Damn, dude. They'll tell you they're a shitty person. They'll tell you that stuff, you know? And I used to be that person. So that's why I feel able to speak on that. You know what I mean? So I think it's so important to understand that when people shit on us, whether it's our mom, dad, uncle, aunt, cousin, whoever the fuck, right? grandparents, teachers, mentors, coach, whatever. That's going to be them. It's up to you how you're going to take it, interpret it, and what you're going to do with it. You know what I mean? So I think that's why it's so important to do stuff for yourself. So like for the example, that dude got his car. If he wasn't happy for himself, because that was the message by the end of it. He wasn't all like, oh man, he was just like, I'm proud of myself. So, it kind of doesn't matter what they say. I have to understand that they're going to be like that. And I'm like, fuck yeah. So he pieced that together. But, I'm just like, dude, that's brilliant, and that just got me thinking a lot. It's like, well, anybody's opinion, whether they're actually positive or negative about it, it kind of doesn't matter because I got to do it for myself. People would tell me this is the best podcast in the world, and it doesn't necessarily make it true. It does and it doesn't. People could also say it's the worst podcast in the world and it doesn't make it true or not true. People could also say this is the most mediocre podcast in the world and it doesn't make it true. It makes it true and not true all at the same time. You know what I mean? It's all just an opinion on it. So it doesn't matter because I'm going to do it either way, whether anybody thinks, it's good or bad or anywhere in between. So, yeah, that. Whoa. Oh my God. Just scared the shit out of myself. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Okay, I accidentally pressed the button. I was not ready for that, dude. Oh, my goodness. All right, take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Damn, dude.
This episode of the Damn Dude podcast is brought to you in part by Don't Be a Little Bitch, You Son of a Bitch. Tell you what now. Cause if you be a little bitch, you're gonna sound like a little bitch, and don't nobody like a little bitch. And so, I tell you what, ain't no being a little bitch around here now. Dang old hood. Don't be a little bitch. Tune into the Damn Dude podcast if you know what's good for you.
Damn, dude.
What up, everybody? Welcome, Bicycle. So, all right. Let's keep it moving and grooving. Moving and grooving to the... Feel the rhythm of the ocean. All right, so... sit back, relax, kicking back, cooling off, relaxing, shooting some basketball outside of my hood. Oh, I'm acting a fool right now, dude. So, all right. The little homie Wyatt from the pool. This dude, how old are you, Wyatt? He maybe like 13 or 14 now. I remember when I first met him, I want to say he was like 12. But this kid's fucking smart, man. He's really, really smart. We just all of a sudden jump into these deep ass conversations. It's really cool, and he asks really good questions. So he's like, he taught me a lot, especially in this last conversation. Like his perspective is amazing. First thing he was saying, he's like, and I forgot he told me this before, but he's like, they say I'm autistic. They say I'm on the spectrum with like Asperger's and autism, like not deep on, but I'm at the higher end of it. And I'm like, all right, for sure. And before I had asked him, what to you, what does it mean to be autistic? And he took it, and basically what he said was something along the lines of, well, I just kind of see different things and think about different things and focus on different things than other people. And I kind of tend to care about other things that other people don't really seem interested in. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, wow. I was, damn, okay. But it was cool because it felt really cool. Like this, he was so smart and he's such a sweet kid. Like, and then hearing that my son got diagnosed with being autistic, I was like, dude, this is cool. This gives me a lot of hope, a lot of like, all right, cool, So we were just talking about life and understandings of different types of learning and people and stuff. And we were talking about thinking. And because he's like, well, what do you think about this? I was like, and then somehow the conversation shifted towards, it's like, when you ask somebody what they think about something, that's not even really the real answer. I was like, because people, they just had to kind of make it up on the spot and they're only referring to their old thoughts. And we both kept adding points to this. And like I said, we're just kind of talking like, just kind of like deep and theoretical and stuff. Like talking on perspective stuff. And it was a trip because we got to the point where we were like sitting there, we're just kicking in the swimming pools waiting for my next client. And I'm like, look, you see all these people around us? They're all in their own world thinking about their own things. And they're probably not even aware that they're thinking of those things right now. I was like, it's just because we're sitting here talking about that we have any awareness that that's what they're doing right now. I was like, this is what we're thinking about seemingly, is what they're thinking about. Like, they're thinking their own thoughts right now. And I was like, what happens if you go up and ask them something? Hey, do you like this or that? Whatever answer they give you, they were not already thinking of. So where did they pull the answer from some past experience? And we were talking about how like a lot of times people will only listen through their past experiences rather than listening in present and real time. And, it's like, so for me, when somebody asks me like, and this is what I started thinking, this is what I'm thinking right now is like, if somebody asks me, do I like chocolate or vanilla ice cream better? Well, based on my past history, I probably picked vanilla more for longer periods of my life, but there's definitely times where it switched to where I liked chocolate more than vanilla. And then now, if I were to say, do I like chocolate or vanilla, I would have to sit here and think which one I wanted right now. It has nothing to do with which one I know I like or don't like better already. You know what I mean? I would pick for what I wanted right now. And hold on, I gotta sneeze. Or no, yeah? Oh no, come on. Oh, this is the worst feeling when you have to sneeze and then it doesn't. Oh man, that was. Anyway, damn it. Missed your sneeze. That was gonna feel really good, man. So we were talking, and then also something that he said that was like really fucking fascinating to me. Excuse me, was he's like, sometimes when I learn stuff or I think about stuff, I often feel so alone with those thoughts because that's not what anybody else is thinking. And that's also, and he's like, and when I learn these certain things or I think certain things, I feel so alone because other people aren't thinking them or relating to them. And it makes me end up feeling alone with the stuff that I know and I think about. And I was like,
Damn, dude.
wow, that's really fucking insightful, bro. Like, that's super insightful. So I'm like, dude, I was like, what I hear from this, like, to be honest with you, is those thoughts and those things that you learn and those things that make you feel alone like that, that is your genius. I was like, dude, if you consider why a lot of old people aren't very fun or creative or imaginative, is because they lost that. They've quieted that piece of them. And that's why they get older and things are the way they are. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you notice that's kind of what makes the difference between like a fun adult and a not fun adult, is like whether they have that spirit of them still or not. And I was like, bro, document that to the fullest degree. You got to do it for yourself all the way. And then we also started talking about like, well, shouldn't you do it halfway for other people and then half for yourself? Because even he's like, let's say you do it for yourself, people viewing it are a part of that. So that would make it part for them. I was like, yes and no. I'm like, at a certain point, it kind of also becomes for them. But for a very long period of time, it's got to be purely for you, and then them viewing it is the byproduct of you doing you, and that's what in turn equals the success of those two things meeting together, right? And so I started thinking about it too. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. Like, that's super insightful as well. Like, dude, but the way I was like, dude, think about every successful like YouTuber or streamer or vlogger or podcaster or whatever. I'm like, at what point? Because he was like, well, once you got all these millions of people, then you hear them saying in their videos, all right, this is for you guys. We're gonna do this or that. This is for the audience. This is for the whatever. And I was like, I get what you're saying. So at a certain point, it kind of does. You can switch and do stuff and do it for the people, but it still has to be for yourself, and you got to be having fun to even have those creative ideas in the first place, So I was like, dude, when you just I was like, bro, just document everything. I was like, write all this stuff down. And he's like, I don't really like writing. I'm like, well, then record it or videotape it or whatever. He's like, but I don't have a camera. I'm like, bro, don't you got a phone? He's like, yeah. I'm like, but dude, that's a camera. That's a voice recorder. It's all these things. Use it, But I was like, bro, like just document everything. Just all these original thoughts and things you think. It doesn't matter if it's weird or whatever. You don't have to share it with anybody. Just go back and look at it later and learn from it, Or just keep putting it out there if you want to, make a name for yourself in that world. Because it's not just going to be automatic. And I was like, that's the thing, like I said, is those individual things that you think about that make you feel alone, that's your genius. That's what makes you brilliant. And what you'll come to find out is that what you share, even if you think nobody agrees or you think everybody agrees, when you share it and you actually put it out there, the response is always different than what you think it's going to be. You're going to get response, like, it's kind of weird, like, no response hurts more. Oh, in my experience, when people don't respond at all, hurts more than if somebody just shits on what I'm doing directly. Because if they shit on what I'm doing directly, oh, your shit sucks. Or like the fuck, like, like that type of shit, I know what to do with that. But if it's just like silence and ignored, I'm like, oh man, like not even good enough to be hated on, like fuck. Like I'm not big. So, and I think, so my point of sharing all this, I mean, there's a lot of gold in this already, but my point was that shit that we think about that makes us feel alone and makes us feel, like that is our genius shit. To me, sharing all this stuff right now, this is me sharing the stuff I would hesitate to like share with other people or whatever, right? So that like thing you want to hesitate about, the thing that makes you feel alone, the things that makes you think you're kind of crazy or whatever the fuck it is, however life occurs to you, in your way, that is your genius. That's your uniqueness. And if you're older and you're listening to this, especially if you're in your late 20s or your early 30s, like, and if you're even older, dude, like it doesn't matter. You can still apply and tap back into that young, silly version in person of yourself, who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's not gone. Like there's a silly person in all of us. There's a piece of us, of all of us, that finds something funny. You know what I mean? For all of us, no matter how miserable, there's something that has made us smile at some point. You know what I mean? Even if all you knew was suffering, there was some point you smiled. And we all want that. You know what I'm saying? That's all we want, is to be happy and not to suffer. That's all any human wants. That's all any being, like any human being wants, is just to be happy and not to suffer. Like, right? Like what the fuck else is there? So that's why I like this show so much, is because we're here to help create that. Like we're here to help create a safe space to just be happy and fucking not suffer. You know what I'm saying? This is an outlet. There's tools in this fucking show to do so, We're fucking just dropping the tools as we fucking blaze the trail, you know what I'm saying? And we're tying fucking ropes and dropping snacks so everybody who wants to fucking travel can travel. And that's the thing is we are all vessels of example in this lifetime. So no matter what, you are an example. And whether people are aware of the example that you are or not, you still are. You know what I'm saying? When you enter the room or you leave a room, there's something that happens. You know what I'm saying? People feel it. People recognize it. And even if you smash out silently and nobody says anything, there was a difference. You know what I'm saying? There's been hella times where I've smashed out of places and I'm like, damn, nobody even noticed I was gone. And it's like, that's not the point. You know, the point is like, that's selfish as fuck. The point is to go and have fun and enjoy the people around you. And if you just smash out, that's on you. If you don't make yourself a presence enough to where you go say bye to people and then you're upset that nobody acknowledged you left, that's on you. That's a learning lesson for you. You know what I'm saying? That's not on them anymore. And I've had to learn that the hard way. I've fucking walked away from so many parties and events and, oh man, nobody cares. I'm just gloobing, you know, like just over here acting like hemoglobin. Like hemoglobin, gloobing, gloom. Hemoglobin, gloobing, gloom. Now, so that leads exactly to the next thing, which is also what I told Lil Homie was, bro, the best thing you could do is document your shit and keep moving forwards. And you don't need other people to understand as you're doing this. What happens and what will happen is as you document and you put all this stuff, people will find out that you're actually kind of like ahead of the curve because you're actually doing it and documenting it and you understand certain things. So I'm like, in turn, what you're actually doing is leading by example.
Damn, dude.
Right? Like at that point, you're leading by example because you're just taking what you know and it doesn't really matter if anybody else fucking understands it or not. And you're just putting it down and going. You know what I'm saying? You're laying the fucking tracks and you're moving. You know what I'm saying? So if as long as you're laying down the tracks, then you're going to keep moving. As long as you keep building road, you keep building pavement, you're going to keep moving. And then eventually you kind of make it easier for other people to travel the path because you built the motherfucking road. You know what I'm saying? So if we look at podcasting, Joe Rogan fucking took the shovel, fucking was shoveling, laid the concrete, laid the fucking asphalt, shoveling, laid the asphalt, like one step at a time. Like, or you can look at it like a fucking railroad track. He built one railroad tie, one railroad track at a fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Each railroad tie, boom, boom, boom. You got to lay all the cross ones and then you get to lay the fucking final straight pieces down on the top, the actual track. But that's what he did was like, he dug, laid the cement, and he didn't get to run or drive down the fucking asphalt or cement. He just fucking did it slowly. He did that. Now all the rest of us get to just fucking zoom and just cruise down this lane that he built. You know what I mean? I'm going to take the lane and build my own side ramps and fucking, I don't follow the rules like that. You know, I like to go off-roading and exploring. I like to blaze my own trail. I literally like take so much pleasure in driving in like fresh, untouched virgin sand or like untouched snow to be the guy who's like, rap and lay the fucking tracks into that. Like I look back and to me, it's a work of art. Like I felt every inch of the rear tire sliding. I felt the fucking bars kicked out the opposite direction. I felt myself leaning, or if I'm in my truck, I felt, you know, the counter steer and the whip and the fucking gas, like the whole thing. So, you know, like, I love that shit. So it's cool to blaze your own track, but it's also cool to know where you're at. And if Joe Rogan laid the road, then I know where I'm at. I know how to get back and forth. So I'm going to go blaze my own trail and kind of like make my way along the side of the road. What I'm envisioning, if you couldn't piece this together yet already, was like just off-roading out in the desert. I'm off-roading based off of directions. And there's certain freeways out there, you know, that get you to there, which you can use as directional markers to help guide you while you go out and explore and blaze your own fucking trail.
Damn, dude.
So when it comes to leading by example, when you put your shit down and you document your shit, whether you share it or not, you put that shit down. Put that shit down, homie. Whoever you are, put it down, write it, document it, journal, talk to yourself, whatever the fuck you got to do, because There's nothing like looking back on on some old shit you wrote or recorded or fucking documented, however the fuck, and being like, whoa, damn, I was on some genius shit, or damn, I was on some ignorant shit, or I was kind of getting it, or damn, I remember when I was there, or wow, I forgot what it felt like to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had documented everything from when I broke my neck, got cheated on, got fired. So wish I documented everything about it. For me, how I felt was, oh, life's like this forever. Life just sucks. Life is going to be all suffering and pain from here on out. Life is survival and numbing. And that was what I took on. And I realized, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have documented all that. The way that I documented all my life fucking falling apart in this past year through this podcast, and how I've been maintaining and doing whatever the fuck I've been doing, like, it's so cool, because at some point I'm gonna look back and be like, holy fuck, I can't believe I was recording I recorded a podcast being homeless in a fucking casino. Like, damn, this is crazy, you know? So I'm like, yo, just lead by example. You putting your shit down, documenting, that's leading by example. And the best thing that you could do is lead by example. You don't need other people to understand. You don't need to convince anybody of anything. You don't need to if people want to learn, then fucking teach them, explain. You know what I'm saying? If people got questions, answer them, be respectful, be polite. But we can't force anything on anybody. So that's why I just do this show, and I don't give a fuck if you like it, listen to it, not listen, or whatever. Do whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's on you. This is on me. Like, so my point is that when we lead by example, that's the best that we can be. I used to be like, I discovered something new and I would have to convince everybody. You gotta check this out. Oh, that's so fucking cool. You should check this. Dude, when I bought a quad, I tried to make sure everybody bought a quad so we can go fucking all ride together. I want us to all celebrate. It wasn't like I'm trying to be like, oh, waste your money on this. I was like, dude, this is so cool. Like, look at all the cool shit we can go do. You know, I'm like, oh, we can start this business. Like, who wants in on this? Let's do this. Like, so what I realized was, rather than having to fucking include everybody, just lead by example, do my own fucking thing, blaze my own trail. And then anybody who's interested can be interested. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking cool. So one thing that happened, and a big reason why I shout out my mom and my cousin Connie, is because they are taking on doing 75 hard.
Damn, dude.
And for those of you that know, you know. You know what I mean? 75 hard, whether you are fucking athletic or not, and you already drink a gallon of water a day, and you already read 10 pages a day, and you already exercise twice, and you already fucking do whatever, to do it on purpose through the program is a whole nother experience, because there's doing the program and there's not doing the program. So if it really is that easy and that built into your life already, then just do the program and find out if that's really what the fuck, if it really, you know what I'm saying? So if you're one of those people where it's like, well, I already basically live that lifestyle, then just do it. Can you really go 75 days and not eat one chocolate chip? You know what I'm saying? Can you really drink every ounce of water to the last one? Can you know what I'm saying? Can you really do all of it? Can you really remember to take a picture of yourself every day? It's these little things that people fucking fall off and get burnt out, and, you know, they get fried over, and they're like, man, fuck this, bro. Like, oh, it was cool. You know, I already do that shit anyway, so I didn't need to do that. Well, you failed then, and you can't do it, and you didn't do it. So the way I see it is, for me, I didn't convince anybody to do fucking 75 hard. I never asked anybody to. I was just like, people would ask me about it and be like, yeah, dude, you should definitely do it. It's fucking incredible. But the thing is, if you're going to do it, you got to commit to it. So shout out to my mom and my cousin. You guys are fucking awesome. Like, that's so sick. It's so incredible. Like, I can't even imagine what's possible and on the other side of it, you know? And I know, like, you know, it's like, I know my mom and my cousin both already live like pretty healthy lifestyles for the most part. But to, like I said, to do all this on purpose is another level. You know what I'm saying? It's not that it's impossible. It's not that it's like that hard. It's just that it does take some commitment, and there are definitely parts where it's really fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? So what I recommend is if you're going to do 75 Hard, 100% go listen to the Andy Frisella podcast, the Real AF podcast, and listen to the episodes about 75 Hard. I want to say, I know episode 14, they did one newer. I don't know, like they did one in more like maybe like 15 to 20 episodes ago where they recapped it and they kind of put all of it together. But just off the top of my memory, I know episode 14 will take you there. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, go look that up or just type in, Andy Frisella 75 Hard podcast and it'll come up. Get all the information you can on it. Read the book. That will help everything. That was such an instrumental tool for me, was reading the 75 Hard book. Whether you do the program or not, it's a great book just because there's so much cool shit to be able to learn in there. Yeah. But what I recommend is as you go do your 45-minute workouts, you got to do 2 45-minute workouts, one indoor, one outdoor. Go listen to the Damn Dude podcast for one of your workouts. This show is typically about 45 minutes to an hour and some odd minutes usually. So, you know what I mean? It's perfect for that. Boom. By the time you listen to this podcast, you're fucking healthier mentally and physically, right? And you've got some more cool, creative shit to think about and different ways to enjoy your day from here forward. You know what I'm saying? So go bump you some Grupo G La Inconforme, because that song's fucking hard. And next week, I'm going to lace you guys up with another dope-ass fucking, like, sick-ass Mexican song you guys got to go listen to. It goes hard in the yard in the motherfucking paint. Don't say you can't, because you will, because you ain't. This is why I'm hot, because I ain't, and you not. This is why I'm hot. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude. Tootin'. Don't be a little bitch. Damn, dude. Much love, y'all. Peace.
Damn, dude.
Damn.
Damn, dude.